Hello, hi guy. Good afternoon. How are we doing today? So today we are going to continue from where we stopped. We're going to continue from our last class. So before we start, let's revise what we did in our last class. So in our last class, we talked about who is a web developer, types of web developer, and then we said we have three types of web developer. We have the front end developer, we have the back end developer, and then we also have the full stack developer. And we discussed that a front end developer is an individual or a professional that use the knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and React to build front end application of our application, to build the front end, the user, what users see and interact with. Front end developer built that using the following technologies: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then we also talk about a backend developer. And we said that a backend developer is a professional who is an expert in using programming languages like Java, JavaScript, which is Node.js, C++, Python, to write the logical aspect of our application, which is something you cannot see. And that is the function of a backend developer. Backend developer, they are the one that write the server and then the database that that is capable of sending and receiving requests and response from the what? From the front end. Okay, do we get that? So today we are going to talk about setting up our development environment. Now, for you to be able to build a front end application, because the focus of this class is on front end development. For you to be able to build the front end application, we need our environment, developer environment. And the most common tools that we use are just to Chrome and VS Code. So in this class, I'll be teaching us how we can download VS Code, and at the same time how we can set it up for our use. Do we get it? So just open your Chrome and type VS Code. VS Code means Visual Studio Code. And then the first page, the first link, click on it, then it will take you to the official website of VS Code. Alright, are you guys with me? So that is that. So after that, you'll be able to download VS Code for your laptop, whether you are using Mac or you are using Windows. You should be able to download VS Code on your laptop and do the installation. Alright. So after that, we now set up our Visual Code environment, Visual Studio Code environment, so that we'll be able to write, so that we can start writing our codes. Alright, so now I'm waiting for this to load. Yeah, this is Visual Studio Code. As you can see, download for Windows 10, 11. If you are using Ubuntu operating system, you can also download. If you are using Linux or if you are on Mac, just click on download for Mac. Do we all get that? Alright, so I don't need to download VS Code anymore because I have it on my laptop. So I don't need to download it. I have it on my laptop. So I don't need to download it. So the next thing we will do is, after you download VS Code, install it, and then we all know how to install application on our laptop, I believe that. So after you are done with that, these are VS Code. As you can see, it here. This is my VS Code. So I don't need to install. I already have it on my laptop, so that is why I'm not doing anything concerning that. So now let me close this project. Are you guys with me? Okay. So this is VS Code. I will explain some things you need to know about it, and then I will be working with it. So these are VS Code. Now this is file. Here you can create a file, open a folder, and so on and so forth. Whatever folder you create is going to appear on this sidebar. As you can see, this folder here now, it appraisal, and then if you need additional file under this folder, health folder, then you can just right click and create new file or new folder, whatever way you want to work with. And then you can also use this icon to create a new file, or this also to create a new folder. And then we all know how to set our directory, right? Alright, so the next thing is how we can set up our Visual Studio Code, so that we can be working with it, setting up our Visual Studio Code. That's the next thing. Setting up our Visual Studio Code. That's the next thing. So let me close this file, and then so I want to close this file so that you don't have anything here. So let me reopen it again. Alright. So these are Visual Studio Code. Now the first thing is, let's set it up. Go to extensions. Now we want to set it up so that we can use it to write our code. The first extension we'll be needing here is Prettier. Prettier format our code. What do I mean by formatting? We are going to find out soon. Now let's start from what is extension. Extension can be defined as a program or a small piece of functionality that we can download and install on our VS Code that make our VS Code look much more better, and then make our code readable. So that if you write a code, if somebody else is reading through your code base, the person will be able to understand what you have written. So these extensions, they are the ones that make our code clean and neat, and then by formatting our code, here we get. So the first extension is Prettier, and that is what I'm trying to install now. Just type Prettier and then search. Okay, Prettier and search. Why is it not going? I think it's my network. So this extension marketplace, this extension, this for running our code, and this for source control. We are going to find out more later in the class. So the first extension we download is Prettier, and we'll install it on our VS Code. So Prettier. Why is it bringing error? I don't know. Okay, yeah, this is it. So as you can see, Prettier code formatter. So we are going to install it on our VS Code, because these are the tools that will make our code look neat. It beautifies our code and make it neat. We are going to see sample here right now. Once it loads, you see the sample of how your code will look if you use Prettier. So as you can see, install. You just install it on your laptop. You install it. We're going to install it on it, and then okay, so let's install Prettier. Click on install. So click on install. So Prettier is installing right now, as you can see. It's installing right now. So you wait. Then after the installation, then we activate it. That's the next thing. Then we'll be able to work with it. Okay, I'm still waiting for the installation to be done, so that's what I'm waiting for. So, are you guys with me? Okay, so that is that. After that, we'll go to setting once the installation is done, and then we'll set our formatting tools to Prettier code formatter. Do we get that? So that's what I'm doing next after this. Now the installation is done, as you can see. Uninstall, disable, as you can see. So we are done with the installation. The next thing Scroll down here and click on this icon. This is the setting icon, management icon. Click on it and then click on extensions or settings. Let's go to settings first. Setting and then type formatter because that's what we want to do. We want to set the formatter to Prettier. That's what we want to do. Default formatter. Yeah, that's what we want. Default formatter. Default formatter. You want to set the default formatter to what? You want to set default formatter to Prettier. So click on it. As you can see, the default formatter is none. Then scroll down and look for Prettier. This is Prettier. So we've set it to Prettier code formatter, as you can see. Right. After that, the next thing you have to do is search for format on save. What do I mean by format on save? The other time I said that Prettier allows our code to be neat, well arranged, so that other people can read our code. That is what it means. Now, format on save means that whenever you want to save, that is when the Prettier will do its job. By automatically saving your code, it will rearrange it if they are not in order. That is what I mean by that. So let's go to format on save. So format on save, let's make it active. Click on format on save. Yeah, that's all. Just activate it by selecting this checkbox. Then that is that. So after that, the next thing is click on auto save so that whenever you are working, your code will be saved automatically. So auto save. Maybe you are working and then your laptop just shut down automatically or accidentally. Then you should be rest assured that your code or your program is what? Saved. So click on save focus or on focus change. That's what you should select. Yeah. On focus change, that's what you select. So you set that up to. So the next thing is tab size. Now most of these things we are going to understand later. You may not understand now. Just set it to 2. You may not understand everything now, don't worry. As our class progresses, you understand better. I think that is all for this class. So thank you for following. I think that is all. That is all for now. So the next tool we need for writing our code is actually Chrome, Google Chrome. And I know that most of us we have Google Chrome on our laptop. So that is that. So I think that is all for this class. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you. Watch out for our next class. Bye.